Hello dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I'm Muhammad Ashraf and you're watching Ashraf Kakar channel. Dear students, in this lecture we will be discussing and talking about the phrase, its kinds, and then clause and kinds of the clauses. And then at the end of this lecture we will be discussing the difference between the clause and the phrase as well with their respective examples. So what a phrase is? A phrase is a group of words without a finite verb and a subject, जिसमें verb और subject नहीं हो, ठीक है, और यही verbs और subject हमें complete meaning करने के लिए हेल्प करती है. तो जब सेंटेंस में सब्जेक्ट और वर्ब ही ना हो तो ऐसे सेंटेंस को हम फ्रेजल सेंटेंस कहते हैं, ठीक है. एंड द रिस्पेक्टिव टाइप्स लाइक प्रीपोजिशनल फ्रेज, कंजंक्शनल फ्रेज, फ्रेजल वर्ब, एडजेक्टिव फ्रेज, एडवर्बियल फ्रेज एंड द नाउन फ्रेजेस. तो व्हाट इज अ प्रीपोजिशनल फ्रेज? जब भी प्रीपोजिशन के साथ एक या दो से ज्यादा, एक या एक से ज्यादा वर्ड और लग जाते हैं, whenever there comes an additional word, one or two, with the preposition, it becomes the prepositional phrases like owing to, due to, because of, with respect to that, ठीक है. So of is a preposition over here and it takes the another word, ठीक है, चाहे वो भी हो, चाहे वो words जो भी हो, ठीक है. Either is a verb, either is a preposition, either is a adjective or an additional word in addition to the phrase, in addition to the preposition, it is called as the prepositional phrase. Then comes the conjunctional phrase when a conjunction consists of two or more than two words. अब इसी तरह conjunction के साथ एक और word को हम ऐड करते हैं कि जिससे complete meaning कन्वे नहीं हो पा रहा होता है, just because of the lack of the verb and the subject. It is called as the conjunctional phrase, like so that, in order that, owing to the fact that, and many more examples like this. Then comes the phrasal verb. Phrasal verbs, the verb which have a combination of prepositions, is called phrasal verbs. ऐसे verb जिनके साथ preposition लगा होता है, ठीक है, one is a verb and the other is a preposition and it gives its own meaning, like for example take off, turn on or turn off, blow up, get up. And these are such examples which made by the combination of a verb and a preposition. Next up is the adjective phrase. Adjective phrase is again a group of words without a finite verb and a subject. It's called the adjective phrase and it gives or it works as an adjective in a sentence, like an honest man, clever blue-eyed girl. If I say that Mr. Ali is an honest man, if I say Mr. Ali, who is an honest man, when I use the relative subject, it will become the adjective clause, not a phrase. If I do not use the subject or a verb, like if I just say Mr. Ali is an honest man, so is an honest man becomes the adjective phrase because it do not have the subject in itself. Then comes the adverbial phrase, or the adverb phrase is again a group of words and we do not have a finite verb and a subject and work like the adverb in the sentence. While eating food, for example, while eating food or early in the morning, if I say that she died while eating food, yeah, if I just said while eating food she died, so here I do not have used the subject, ठीक है. अब ये नहीं पता कि भाई वो कौन मरी है, because I do not have used her name. While जब भी सेंटेंस while से स्टार्ट हो, ठीक है, या WH वर्ड से स्टार्ट हो, ठीक है, जिसमें सब्जेक्ट का पता नहीं चल रहा, तो then will be called as the adverbial phrase. Then comes the noun phrases. It's again a group of words which do not have a finite subject and a verb. And its function is as a noun, as a pronoun, as a subject in the sentence. It will be called as the noun phrases. And if I used the subject in the noun phrase, it will become a noun clause, because noun clauses will be discussed later on. If I say that without what to do or where to go, I do not know what to do. Here, if I say I do not know what to do, so it will become as a phrasal sentence. If I say that I do not know where to go, or in case if I say that I don't know where I should go, because I have used as a subject in the sentence. So that's why if a sentence do not have a subject or a finite verb, it will become the phrases. So dear students, now we'll understand what a clause is. So before we understand, a phrase and its types. Now we'll understand and look into the clause. देखें, a group of words which has a subject and a predicate, which has a subject as well as a predicate, means the object and the complement as well, and forms a sentence or a part of a sentence is called a clause. क्लॉज वो होता है इज अ ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड्स, अल्फाजों का वो मजमुआ जिसका अपना एक सब्जेक्ट होता है और अपना एक प्रेडिकेट होता है. प्रेडिकेट में इट कैन बी अ वर्ब, इट कैन बी अ नाउन और इट कैन बी अ कॉम्प्लीमेंट. ठीक है, और ये एक सेंटेंस बनाता है या सेंटेंस का एक पार्ट बनाता है. ठीक है, इसको क्लॉज कहते हैं. एंड देयर आर टू टाइप्स और टू काइंड्स of clauses, the independent clause and the dependent clause. The independent clause is the part of the sentence which gives clear and complete sense. देखें, independent clause वो होता है जिसके पास अपना subject भी होता है and predicate भी होता है और ये clear and complete sense convey करता है. It conveys a clear and complete sense and it can make a sentence by itself. ये खुद भी सेंटेंस कहलाता है और इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉज को हम सिंपल सेंटेंसेस भी कहते हैं, इसलिए क्योंकि ये अपना मीनिंग खुद ही कन्वे कर पाते हैं. दैट्स व्हाई दे आर कॉल्ड एज सिंपल सेंटेंस एज वेल. एंड देयर आर 5 काइंड्स ऑफ द इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉजेस: द डिक्लेरेटिव और द एजर्टिव क्लॉज, इंटेरोगेटिव क्लॉज, इंपेरेटिव क्लॉज, exclamatory clause or the operative clause. These are also the types of the simple sentence as well. Then comes the second kind is the dependent clause. देखिए, part of the sentence which has a subject and a predicate. इसमें भी subject भी होता है and it has a predicate but it does not give or convey a clear and complete sense. ये complete sense नहीं देता. Neither it can make a sentence. और न ही ये खुद से एक सेंटेंस बनाता है, क्योंकि बिकॉज इट डज नॉट कन्वे अ कंप्लीट सेंस. इसलिए क्योंकि ये एक कंप्लीट सेंस नहीं कन्वे कर पाते, दैट्स व्हाई वी डू नॉट कॉल इट एज अ सिंपल सेंटेंस. रादर दे जस्ट हेल्प और दे जस्ट गिव फर्दर इंफॉर्मेशन towards the sentence. So there are 10 to 11 types of the dependent clauses. First is the adjective or relative clause, the noun or the nominal clause, the comment clause, participle clause, elliptical clause, verbless clause, which do not have a verb, then cause of proportion, cause of preference, then finite clause and infinite clauses. So thank you so much for watching. In our next part, we will be discussing the independent clause as well as the dependent clause in detail with the respective types.